Introductory Vision of The Vampire, or The Bride of the Isles, by J.R. Planché. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. The Vampire, or The Bride of the Isles, a romantic drama in 2 acts, by J.R. Planché. Dramatis Personae.
Unda, Spirit of the Flood, read by T.J. Burns.
Ariel, Spirit of the Air, read by Lian Yao.
Ruthven, Earl of Marsden, The Vampire, read by Todd.
Ronald, Baron of the Isles, read by Jim Gallagher.
Robert, an English attendant on the Baron, read by Alan Mapstone.
McSwill, the Baron's henchman, read by Thomas Peter.
Andrew, Steward to Ruthven, read by Josh Kibbe.
Lady Margaret, daughter of Ronald, read by Fawn.
Effie, daughter of Andrew, read by Lian Yao.
Bridget, Lord Ronald's housekeeper, read by Sonia.
Singer, read by Devora Allen.
Stage directions, read by Chuck Williamson. Introductory Vision. The curtain rises to slow music and discovers the interior of the basaltic caverns of Staffa, at the extremity of which is a chasm opening to the air. The moonlight streams through it and partially reveals a number of rude sepulchres. On one of these, right second entrance, Lady Margaret is seen stretched in a heavy slumber. The spirit of the flood rises through the ground, center, to the symphony of the following incantation.
Spirit, Spirit of the air, hear and heed my spell of power. On the night breeze swift repair, hither from thy starry bower. Appear, appear, by the sun that hath set, in the waves I love, by the spheres that have met, in the heavens above, by the latest dews that fall to earth, on the eve that renews the fair moon's birth. Appear, appear, by the charm of might and the word of fear, which must never be breathed to mortal ear. Spirit, Spirit of the air, hither at my call, repair.
Music. The spirit of the air descends through the chasm on a silvery cloud, which she leaves and advances left.
Why, how now, sister? Wherefore am I summoned? What in the deep and fearful caves of Staffa demands our presence or protection? Speak!
Spirit of the air, thy sister Unda claims thy powerful aid. Not idly from thy blue and star-illumined mansion art thou called to Fingal's rocky sepulchre. Look here.
Pointing to Lady Margaret, right.
A maiden, and asleep.
Attend thee, Ariel. Her name is Margaret, the only daughter of Ronald, the brave Baron of the Isles. A richer, lovelier, more virtuous lady this land of flood and mountains never boasted. Tomorrow Marsden's Earl will claim her hand, renowned through Europe for his large possessions, his clerky knowledge, and his deeds of arms.
How came she in this den of death and horror?
Chasing the red deer with her father, Ronald, a storm arose, and, parted from her train, she sought a shelter here. Calmly she sleeps, nor dreams tomorrow's hymeneal rites will give her beauties to a vampire's arms.
A vampire, say'st thou? Is then Marsden's Earl?
Thou knowest, Ariel, that wicked souls are for wise purposes permitted oft to enter the dead forms of other men, assume their speech, their habits, and their knowledge, and thus roam o'er the earth, but subject still, at stated periods, to a dreadful tribute.
Ay, they must wed some fair and virtuous maiden, whom they do after kill, and from her veins drain eagerly the purple stream of life, which horrid draught alone hath power to save them from swift extermination.
Yes, that state of nothingness, total annihilation, the most tremendous punishment of heaven. Their torture then being without resource, they do enjoy all power in the present. Death binds them not. From form to form they fleet, and though the cheek be pale, and glazed the eye, such is their wondrous art, the hapless victim blindly adores and drops into their grasp, like birds when gazed on by the basilisk.
Say on.
Beneath this stone the relics lie of Cromwell, called the Bloody. Staffa still his reign of fear remembers. For his crimes his spirit roams, a vampire in the form of Marsden's Earl. To count his victims o'er would be an endless task. Suffice to say, his race of terror will tomorrow end, unless he wins some virgin for his prey ere sets the full-orbed moon.
And with this view he weds the Lady Margaret.
Ay, Ariel, unless our blended art can save the maid.
What can be done? Our power is limited. What can be done, my sister?
We must warn the maiden of her fate. Lend me thine aid to raise a vision to her sleeping sight.
Let us about it.
They perform magical ceremonies to the symphony of the following charm.
Phantom, from thy tomb so drear, at our bidding swift arise. Let thy vampire corpse appear to the sleeping maiden's eyes. Come away, come away,
that the form she may know that would work her woe, and shun thee, till the setting ray of the moon shall bid thy power decay.
Phantom, from thy tomb so drear, at our bidding, rise, appear.
Thunder.
Appear, appear, appear.
The vampire rises from the tomb of Cromwell and springs toward Margaret.
Margaret!
Foul spirit, retire!
She is mine!
The hour is not yet come.
Down, thou foul spirit! Extermination waits thee! Down, I say!
Music. The vampire, shuddering, sinks again into the tomb, and the scene closes. End of introductory vision.